loves, it's Sam. As you can see, I am in a different bedroom, so if you're thinking, oh my gosh, what's she done? Jay and I moved Mr. Phoenix's room into my old makeup room because that room is quite a bit bigger, and he's kind of growing out of this. This room's quite small. Well, it's not small, but it's smaller than the other one. And he's got so many like big boy toys now and all these fun things, and so it was getting a little bit crowded in this room. So now he's moved, he's a big boy now. He gets the big boy bedroom. He pretty much loves it. He's like, whoa, all this space, this is amazing. So that's why I'm in this room now. I hope everyone had a great Easter too. I almost forgot to say that. We had such a nice day, and actually the weather turned out to be quite decent considering it's been a little bit cold lately. So I hope everyone had a great Easter, spent it with the people that you love. Okay, on to what I'm talking about. I just got a sample this weekend. Me and my sister went in, or sorry, not this weekend, last weekend. We went into Sephora because they had that new Sephora collection come out. So we just wanted to go and check out the new stuff. And while I was there, I saw that Benefit had the new Oxygen Wow foundation. I think that's what it's called. So I got a little sample. The color that I got is Petal. It's got a tiny bit more yellow than I normally would wear. I am wearing it today, but you can see it does blend well. So it's not like it's super, super yellow. It just has a tiny bit more yellow. I think they have maybe 8 to 10 different shades. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is going to be a review of the foundation as well as an application. So I am going to apply it to my face so that you guys can see exactly the coverage that it gives, the color that it looks like without, you know, everything else on top. As I apply it, I kind of talk to you about the main points as far as where, you know, if it's long wearing, as far as the coverage goes, as far as the texture. I will say this definitely does wear better in my forehead wrinkles, which I know my forehead wrinkles are really bad. For my age, I would say they're a little bit, you know, worse than they should be. And it's really, really difficult to find a foundation that doesn't settle into them. Every foundation I wear settles into them, but I must say that this one, because it's kind of a lighter formula, it doesn't sit into my wrinkles quite as bad. So that might be a really good selling point for people who do have wrinkles, the delightful things. If you are concerned about that, then it definitely, I mean, it's still in there a little bit, but it's not as bad as my normal foundation. So that's always a good thing, because nobody wants to look wrinklier than they are, trust me. I'm basically just going off of what it looks like on the skin, how it is to apply. I would say that this, if I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I would say it's kind of a 5, 6. I wouldn't go out and buy it for myself simply because it has a little bit less coverage than what I'm used to, and also it has a little bit, it's not as long wearing as what I'm used to. However, I do really like it. It looks beautiful on the skin. It's very, very natural looking. It looks like you're wearing your own skin versus, hey cake face, hey there's my bunny. My little bunny is hopping around. Hey cake face, you've got some makeup on. Do you know what I mean? So it's very beautiful as far as I mean, you can see my skin looks very glowy. It looks like I just have nice skin, which I don't. You guys know I don't have like acne anymore, but I do have scarring. I do have pigmentation. I have like major unevenness. So it does give you that kind of enough coverage, but it's not like, whoa, flawless, you have no boo-boos on your face. But I will go into that more. Just keep on watching. You'll see me apply it. I'll talk about the other points. So I hope this review helps. Just keep on watching. So I've already moisturized my face. Basically, they just give it in a little tiny pot like this. But it's the color that I have is Petal. And it just came in a little bag like this. I would say this is a very yellow-based color. So awesome for if you do need the yellow. I like a little bit of yellow, but this is actually, it's quite yellow. I don't know if you can see. So just keep that in mind if you are looking at that specific color. Just a little bit more yellow than I would need. But as you can see, it's quite liquidy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's quite a kind of thin, liquidy consistency. I'm just gonna apply it with my Sigma F80. But yeah, it's not a very like normally, you know, I wear like the double wear from Estee Lauder, which is quite thick. It's definitely a more kind of runny consistency. And it's also, I would say, a light to medium coverage. So you'll be able to see, it is going to cover like a few of my boo-boos, but it's kind of just evens out your skin tone, but with a little bit more coverage. So you can see it's still covering, but like on the places that I need a little bit more coverage, you can still kind of see them. But it's definitely buildable, and it's super duper easy to blend. So if you're someone who doesn't want to sit there and work at it and be like, oh my gosh, it's going all funny, it's really nice because you can actually keep on going back and adding, and it's not going to be all wonky or like, you know, oof, like a big old splotchy patch. So that's nice. So you can see, like, I don't know if you're going to be able to see in camera, but where I have a little bit of like freckles right here, you can still kind of see them. It's not like perfectly, completely covered, but it's still giving, it just makes your skin look a little bit more even. So you can see it's going to kind of cover up this big old delightful brown pigmentation spot I have on my forehead, but you can see that it's still kind of peeking through a little bit. So I would say that this would be a really great foundation for people who maybe just have a little bit of like unevenness or kind of slight redness that they want to cover, or maybe their skin just isn't perfect but it's, you know, pretty good, and they just want to kind of make it look like that much nicer. This would be really great. If you're someone who has a lot of like acne scarring, like you can still see my scars here. You can still see I've got some stuff going on here, but overall it's like, oh, okay, it's like kind of covered for the most part. Now what I do like about it, it looks like skin. So if you're someone who hates the look of foundation and you think, oh my god, that just looks like such a cake face, which I do find Estee Lauder Double Wear does kind of do. I know on camera it probably looks really great, but in real life sometimes I think, oh, I probably look like such a cake face right now. I wore this and then I went and visited Jay. I didn't tell him at lunch. I didn't tell him that I had changed my foundation. And he's like, I really like your foundation today. Is it different? And I was like, yeah, it is. He's like, oh, it looks more like skin. It looks more natural. And then my sister, I wore it the other day and she was like, oh, your skin looks so nice today. It's like so like more natural or glowy looking. So if you're wanting that kind of more skin-like look, it really doesn't look like you're wearing foundation. I'm looking in the mirror. That's why you're like, what is she doing? Then yes, I would definitely recommend this foundation. I would say it has about 6 hours of wear. I wouldn't say it's a super long wearing foundation. If you do have dry skin, I would watch it. It did get a little bit kind of, you can't really tell now, but throughout the day it did get a little bit kind of stuck on the drier areas. I wouldn't say this would be great for oily skin. I would say probably normal combination, and then normal to dry. Just watch it. Just make sure that you're exfoliating. You don't have like a bunch of dry patches. My eyes look really tired without some primer on. I just got to put some on real quick because I can't look at myself. But you can see it definitely has more of a yellow tone. I think this is the second to lightest color they have. Or it could be the third. I'm pretty sure it's the second, but I could be wrong on that one. So if you are very, very fair, because I do have a bit of a tan right now, not much, but a little bit, I would definitely maybe stay away from it because I don't know what the lightest color is. It could be really good, but they don't have a humongous variation as far as the really light colors go. It didn't make me break out, which is always good. I did wear it for a few days. I think it's really great for the summer because it's not that real thick, heavy, cakey foundation. It's gonna look really pretty when you're outside in like real daylight. It just gives a really pretty finish. You could finish it off with powder. I really like the Lorac Perfection powder. That would be really, really pretty over it. Because it doesn't look real powdery, it's very natural looking. But yeah, overall I would say this is a really nice foundation. I wouldn't go and purchase it only because it doesn't give me the coverage that I would like, because I do have still quite a bit of scarring and quite a bit of like pigmentation problems. But if you're someone who doesn't have that much to cover and you want a foundation to look really pretty and real natural looking but still look like you have nice skin, then I would go with this one because you can see it looks, you know, it's still covering for the most part my boo-boos. I'm gonna finish putting on my makeup now. Get it at Sephora.com. Anywhere that sells Benefit, basically. Ulta has it, or you can just go straight to Benefit.com or Benefit Cosmetics, whatever it is, I don't know. But yeah, if you are wondering, definitely just step into Sephora, ask them to make you a sample. They're always really good about giving you out samples. And then try it out. That's what I recommend if you're worried about spending the money. You know, that's definitely a big amount of money to spend if you're not going to be sure that you like it. Go get a sample, try it out, give it a good few days at least to see how it wears on your skin. Sorry, my camera died. So yes, that's my review. I hope you guys like it, and I hope that helped, like, help your decision a little bit. Thank you for watching. Bye.